Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing on this Sunday morning? I just want to do just a little recap on Love and Marriage DC Reunion Part 2. Well, they got through it for one thing, and um, Winter was confronted about the receipts, and I can see everything from both sides because by me sitting back before I go live or even report anything that's going around on these here streets out here, I know how it goes. You jump on here and you get to talking, and then next thing you know, all the traffic is in a whole nother area. Well, I did some looking around before I came on live to see where everybody's mind was or whatever before I came on. Like I say, good morning to everyone. And when you come into the chat, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done it. I will not put the link up for anyone to join unless you request to join the chat. And it would only be two people that could join the chat. Okay. So let's get back. Well, um, come to find out the way it was, I thought that Winter and Monique were friends. Honey, it went all the way to the left, 100, because Monique, the weasel Monique Samuel, said that she is not a friend like what we think, like a friend. She, been knowing her, but they not like that. I think she even said about she wasn't even at the pool party, because if she was a friend, she would have been there. And we was all pulling for Winter when she first came on. Even before Winter came on, really, when we first saw her, she came on with that bald head. We were talking about Winter this, Winter that, and so Monique Samuel really created a storyline surrounding Winter Williams to even be relevant in the show because they had nothing really. Okay, next thing you know, only the people that lived in that area on the YouTube were wondering who are these people. It was only a percentage of people, or even on the YouTube streets, that even knew these people. I'm serious. We saying percentage wise that knew them. And so when Winter came on, she came on with that bald head and gave us something to talk about, gossip about, and not talk, gossip. And then we found out that she was kind of a marriage coach. Then we like marriage coach. We found out she had been divorced or something like that. So we had something to talk about there. Then when found out that her husband was a scammer, so we had that to talk about. So all we really talked about the whole thing was about Winter. And the scenes that were really interesting winter had something to do with it, except for that one scene. What was winter in there when Chris told Monique to shut up? Well, when they was talking about going back in time when Jamie, when when they was all at Monique house eating. Well, I'm trying to think if Winter was in the midst of that. I believe she was to get to know them there. And in the end, at the reunion, Monique said to Winter, if I had have known that you were like this, I never would have brought you around. It was like um putting in the words, I wouldn't have never brought you around these people. She put Arena and she put the Silvers above Winter, somebody that she had been talking to, and come to find out she's just talking to her for 15 years. But she really wanted to be in the midst of the ones that she was in the midst of. Because when she came on the show, she said that she and Chris were in trouble. And so the show really healed her and Chris. Okay. So that happened. So now when we saw Winter open up her mouth last week about she had receipts and all this, it caused all hell and chaos, not just with the people on the cast, not just the Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC folk that were married. That hit a sore spot in every married couple with a husband that they might have a past, that it might have hit a note, a sour note, and they jumped on the bandwagon of drag Winter or hate Winter team, or she is a liar, or she is a mess stirrer, or she ain't no preacher. She want attention. She won't shut up. And so I noticed before I came on live, I went everywhere I could go, not only on different platforms of married folks. I was reading comments on different lives of married people, and I could tell the married ones they were taking this personally. They were taking it personally. And I say this to any married couple, and not because which one said I could never say that girl name is Silver. All I know, Mrs. Silvers. And now, but she's not. She is her own person now. She's no longer Mrs. Silver, but I can't think of her name. It just will not come to me like a Raina name do. But anyway, your marriage is built on a solid foundation. And just like she said, or Quick, or one of them said, if they had to, if their marriage was rocky, it would have been broken up. um, if they listened to people, and then especially if you were, in that in the public eye or whatever, and then like that, what I'm saying. And so the public cannot break you or make you if you have a solid marriage. And number one, this is number one that everybody is missing. Everybody's missing the point. It is sin. It is sin. Are you and your husband? What kind of relationship are you? And then still into that, being able to recognize if you're in trouble in a marriage. And but honey, look like to me, what I saw between two married couples, they were fighting to. And Monique was sitting back cool and cool, honey, as a cucumber, because she had put all hers out. She had two um she's a season to this. You know what I'm saying? She's seasoned to this. So she got out of it and went to Africa. So her and Chris could, get things together. And she came on the show, and she come back, got her a job. So they were really in the limelight, not Monique. So they were like on blast in their marriages and stuff like that. So Jamie, in Arena, she looks pitiful. If you don't have to convince me, the world, viewers, nobody, that your marriage is solid, is built on a solid foundation, and you're not a puppet for your husband. And your husband, you said, created you. That came out your mouth. But you fought for him teeth and nail to not for her to not show no receipts, not bring none up. And quick, it was ridiculous. And this woman holding a grown man back not to speak, it all looks a mess of these people, because let me tell you, something was going on, have been going on. Some mistrust is in the midst, because there was no confidence. There was eyes bucking, mouths quivering, and this is what we were looking at. Like hysteric. And Carlos looking back and forth, and like, I don't want to break. But let me tell you this here. Now, Carlos King known to be messy, messy, messy. So I did not hear Winter saying that she was going to go back on there. But let me tell you, they toast the night away without Winter on there. They got up and they didn't want her in there. It was as if they took a vote for her not to go back on the show. And they got up and they toast. And one of them, I think it was a Renaissance, except for one, and they looked over at the seat where Winter was sitting. It was empty. And they made a joke of it. It was like, okay, she's gone. But honey, I want you to know, by looking at Love and Marriage DC, it has only just begun. It ain't over, because whether if you think that it's safe to go out and play, the men, it's all over, because of the season one is all over, and you can wipe your brows and throw down the sweat to the ground. It's all over, because winter is gone. Honey, we still got winter lives. People love the mess. And remember, the one that created, the producer, Carlos, he is a drama queen, honey. So we're going to sit back and see. We're going to see if, and then our hats off to everybody. I am not against marriage. If fight for your husband, and y'all strong black married couples, hey, hats off to you, honey. Because I was one of them women, I looked just like a rain now. I wouldn't believe nothing nobody said about my husband. He could do no wrong. I don't care. Like she said, you got to see it coming out of the woman for me to believe it. That is exactly what she said. And I was just like that. That's how I was about my husband. Nobody, I don't care what I saw, smelled, saw in my car, or whatever. Somebody told me. Until I'm like Melody now, say when God said go, that was it. And that was with my last husband. Okay, it was death that separated me from my first two husbands. I did not divorce them. Nope, I only got one divorce, and that was with him for almost 20 years. That's not in this story. Well, honey, let me tell you this right here. Keep your eyes on DC, because I see those young women and any woman. I was reading comments on all platforms, everywhere, all over the YouTube streets, honey. Miss Joanna been doing research. That's part of my new job. And I'm reading everybody. And these women, they are jumping on winter about tearing, honey. Nobody can tear your kingdom down. Okay? If your kingdom ain't built on a strong and a solid foundation, ain't no woman can come and tear it down. That it can be bought down by you and your spouse. I even saw on the YouTube streets where they even claiming Melody Hope is running around spreading gossip and starting stuff to get publicity for Martell. Now you know what? That's digging a little deep. So you see, they need to leave her out of it, because we peeped Martell Holt card. So now they want to drag Melody Holt in that. So look here, married folks, or whoever leave Melody Holt out of it. I would say leave her out of it. She got no time to build no fake narrative up about Martell. That is really out of her character. And we saw everything there was about Martell Holt that played out on TV. And the same thing that happened to her could happen to them same ones that was in season in part 2 and reunion of DC. Same thing could happen. So now, if they want their husband, they better sit down and say, boy, that was a close call. And don't do nothing no more. Don't do this no more, because if Quicksilver them played that trick on that woman on that show, he is capable of bull crap and all kinds of mess. He like mess. All of them like mess now. They didn't got a little taste of it now. They didn't got a little taste of the messy mess, and it's on like popcorn. It's on like popcorn. And well, Winter, we see that Monique, even if you did know her just a little bitty bit, that ain't what she told us when you first came on, honey. But when it ended up, she let us know you were no friend of hers, you never was, and you're nothing to her. I want to apologize for Monique from me. This old lady talk channel, because honey, that was ridiculous. I wouldn't done a dog like that. But she did it, and I pray her and Chris have Chris say that season 2 he's going to be a stronger man, and we're not going to see no weak Chris having to run behind his wife, and she telling him nothing like that. Chris held it down last night, and him and Monique, the limelight was not on them at all. Like I say now. We know how that goes. Somebody whispered in somebody's ear. He didn't ask them no questions, holler on this one. So it wasn't about Monique and Chris, because he just glad that Monique bought these people, these characters on the show. And Jamie got to really look at this show because he was, he gonna have to watch his temper because let me tell you about tempers and people with certain behaviors. They're like candlesticks under a bushel. You can't hide them. The bush will catch on fire. So anybody with these attitudes and these type of demons or whatever that's linking inside of them need to pray them away. Look deep inside yourself, straighten yourself out because the bush will catch on fire right before our eyes. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I love you and you have a blessed Sunday. And don't forget to press the like button. Leave in the comments what you think about this Loving DC season 2 because we're going to be ready for season number 2. Yeah, it's coming soon. They might come Saturday, but we'll wait. All right, you guys. Have a great week, okay? Bye-bye.